You go to any town, you look at these theaters, they've been chopped up. The details are just not there anymore. When you walk into the Hanover Theater, every single piece of plaster that was put in there the day that they were building it is still there. When people say it's falling down, it is not falling down. You can look on the outside of the building, and when you look down the alley, there are structural steel beams that literally are holding this entire building together. I got involved because my daughter started getting into theatrical stuff locally, and somebody happened to mention, hey, have you guys checked out that old theater? And that was just as the theater was going up for sale. The owners decided to sell it to anyone. And a bunch of us got together and decided that we wanted to see what we could do to get the process started to get it to a functioning theater again. I think every day that it's closed is hurting Hanover, because when you have one spot that could be open potentially every day with anywhere from 50 to a couple hundred people coming in and out of one place going through the town, that's every single day hurting the town, because these people are not walking around, they're not putting money into the meters, they're not shopping at the local stores. The hardest part isn't the money. The hardest part is the local politicians giving us enough time to gather the details to make it a success. So we as volunteers are doing this out of our pockets, and everybody wants it open tomorrow, but they're not giving enough time to do that proper homework to make it a solid success. Yeah. And that takes time, and that takes money, obviously. And there are grants and things like that, but you need the people to write the grants, you need the support, and you can't really go to the public until you have a solid plan, because the public doesn't really want to see, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, just fantasies. They want to see facts on paper. The investors want to see the facts on paper. We just could not quite get the support. I'd say more of the politicians, the political aspects to it, that they just were willing to wait for the details. If we were to move forward without a plan, that would be a complete disaster. A historical landmark, if you put it on historical registry, if you want to go in and update it to modern codes, you have to start messing with the historical integrity of the building. Yes, it should be historically marked, but at the same time, we want to be able to update it and have more than 3 stalls in a bathroom for gentlemen. Historical preservation is so important, and most of the time, historical preservation isn't motivated by local governments or the government. It's usually the people. When the people get together and say, this is really important to us in our history, that's when something starts falling under the historical landmarks, because people care about it. It's become not just an architectural spot that we could do something with. They truly care, and it becomes an emotional thing.